very first card that you get is the power of joy. The power of joy is something that many of you may be feeling in May. The energy is there for you to be feeling it. For some of you, this is a general reading for as many Gemini as we can reach. For some of you, it's as if life experiences will be showing up to inspire this feeling for you. For others of you, it may not have anything to do with what's happening in the outer world, but rather just internally, the power of joy feels like many of you will be experiencing in May. The next card that you get might be an indicator of why, and it feels like new beginnings. Jeremiah is coming in to say new beginnings can be happening in May, starting a new life, finding your purpose, forgiving and compassionate review of the past. So this review of the past idea comes up kind of in the second half. The first half of the reading really is just all about how fantastic and spectacular you're going to feel in May, or you have the opportunity to feel in May, with new beginnings, finding your purpose. And so that's really exciting. So in finding your purpose, then the excitement of that, and sometimes finding our purpose is a search and a search and a search. And until we find it, we might feel like we're a bit stuck, like it's hard to move forward if you're not sure where you're going, kind of thing. And so for some of you, it's like there'll be some clarity all of a sudden where, okay, now you know what to do. So this new beginning can begin. It's like that now you can begin. Does that make sense? So, and that is exciting. It's very joyful. So it might be that there's some clarity around things. It could also just be the sort of the energies and this feeling of lightness and new beginnings and just kind of letting go of the past and getting hopeful and excited about the future. It could be that in some ways, for some of you, that it'll just feel to you like you're a new person. And as a new kind of energetic person, they're saying it's like the first day of the rest of your life kind of feeling. So then you will be creating new things in your life because of the new sort of being that you are, that can occur or may occur for some of you. Some of you, it may have already happened. For some of you, it feels like the energy is here now for you. If you're not quite feeling that, you can kind of get excited that it can be happening in May for you. The next card that you get is Reasons to Celebrate from Raphael the Healer, talking about reasons to celebrate. Community of friends, you might meet some new friends, happy announcements regarding relationships or children. And so they're covering potential, like reasons to celebrate, new beginnings, reasons to celebrate. Some things could be happening, whether they're happening based on who you were a month ago, or they will begin to happen sort of beginning now with the energies and your internal energetic frequency and what comes to you. Friends, a community, and lots of reasons to celebrate. The next card that you get is the Lovers. So some of you could find a new love partner. Some of you may have a shift in the relationship that you have now. Making choices from your heart, deeply emotional commitments, and the power of love. So look at this, you guys. Now this one is top and center. And also notice, that we have the power of joy and the power of love. This energy does feel very powerful. It's really powerful for you guys. It's just like you guys just feel like you're just dancing with absolute joy, with friends, finding your purpose, maybe potentially finding a new love interest. And then we also have success in career. It's like everything. It's like everything turning around. New beginnings. Everything turning around or clarity happening so that now there's a launch point. Does that make sense? Now there's a launch point to new beginnings and a whole new, like, turning the page. What's the next chapter going to look like for you? And it looks like it's full of joy. This card, the Chariot, is about career advancement, acknowledgement of success by others, determination, and self-control. This is also about choice, right? So when it's about, it can be about choices. The Chariot in the tarot, I'm not a tarot reader, but I know a little bit that the Chariot sometimes is the black horse and the white horse. So it's like choices. It looks like there may be some clear choices is what they're saying. Clarity with this. There's clarity with this. And so the clarity, the energy of clarity, and then knowing your purpose and knowing who you are and knowing what you'd like to do moving forward will help with the choices that you make regarding relationships, regarding business, career, relationships, friends, these new beginnings and clarity. It's very exciting. It covers pretty much every area of your life. So we have friendships, and we have love, and we have career. And both of these cards talk about choices. The Lover's card, the first thing it says is to make choices from your heart. Make choices from your heart, both in love and in career. But the choices are going to feel like they're going to be much easier for you because of the clarity that can come for you in May. Also with that, in making choices, listen to your intuition, and you're also going to be getting some guidance from Spirit. And the guidance you're going to be able to trust. And we know this because one of your guardian angels comes up to say, you know, when you get ideas or you get a feeling in your intuition, you can trust it. Trustworthy guidance. So Spirit is with you. Let's see, you've received a wonderful idea, so some of you may, in terms of your choices, and as an answer to your prayer. So in other words, when you are making some of these choices, so maybe you'll meet someone, or maybe there'll be a situation in your relationship and you're trying to make a decision about it. Asking Spirit and then listening to your intuition, and also listening to claircognizance. So you may get ideas regarding career and relationship in terms of making these choices, and they're saying that you can trust these ideas. Sometimes, you know, we'll get ideas and then we second guess them. It's like, okay, is that really, does that really work, or could this really work, kind of thing? And they're saying yes. So if you get ideas in response to your questions while you're trying to make big choices, you can trust the guidance that comes from Spirit and also from your intuition. Trusting your intuition, you're going to get solutions. So here we have Zadkiel is offering up solutions for you regarding choices. So, like, this is your first row. This is your whole first row. It's fantastic. It's like joy is just going to be coming for you in all areas. You've got a new beginning with friendships, lovers, career. You're going to be getting claircognizance and help from Spirit, and also listening to your intuition. There's going to be clarity about what you're wanting, ideas coming from Spirit, and solutions are just going to be coming to you. And it feels like you're just going to know. You're going to know what you want to do next. And it's just going to bring joy all around. It's like maybe in the past there's been some maybe not clarity about things, and it's just like whoosh, it's just in all areas new beginnings for you in May. It's very exciting. It feels like this is part of the joy, is that you're going to be singing your own song now. It's like there's, for some of you, been past experiences where maybe you sort of sacrificed your joy in efforts to get along with others, whether it was friendships, lovers, at work. Excuse me. You may have sort of denied yourself to get along, and now it's just like there's some part of this just like, now you're not going to do that. It's time to sing your own song, and it feels like you know this. It's like this is a reminder. This is kind of saying how you feel. If this resonates with you, it's a general reading for as many Gemini as we can reach, but it's like the power of joy coming up here with, you're just going to be singing your own song now, prioritizing yourself and your joy first. Following your intuition with anything that comes up. Now here's what can happen. Here's what can happen when there's all this joy and you meet a new love partner and everyone is, praising you at work and new beginnings and all this new beginning stuff. I started to do this reading yesterday and I just got interrupted over and over till it was too late to do your reading. I had the cards, I was ready to go, and I just had one interruption after the next. I thought, okay, must be a sign. So I wake up this morning to check my emails and I see this Brene Brown has Courage. She has a Netflix special on that started today, and I watched that, and she speaks about this power of joy and how for so many of us that there's a fear connected to allowing ourselves to really feel the joy. So if some of you experience this where, okay, all kinds of great things are happening and this is really joyful, it's almost like natural, maybe out of habit, to then fear almost immediately that things will go wrong. It's very difficult to allow ourselves to really embody joy, as we almost instantly go to fear that it could get taken away. Or, oh my goodness, all this stuff is amazing and wonderful. What's going to happen next? This can't work, this can't be true, or this can't be sustainable or something. It's almost like a natural human response that we have to allowing the power of joy. And so they really had me wait, I think, to watch that, because you guys have the potential to experience joy, and so many of you may sort of no, or go into fear right afterwards. And they're saying, it's okay. So you might watch that Brene Brown special on Netflix. It would kind of help for you guys. It's really, really good. So check that out. So they're also saying that the opportunity to improve your plans, whatever they be, whether in relationships, career, friendships, community, the opportunity to improve your plans can occur with guidance and listening to your intuition. So here's another one. But this one is the moon, right? The moon can sometimes bring up our fears. Face your fears and grow stronger. So isn't it fascinating that this pretty much goes right in line with what Brene was saying? And your reading kind of reveals the same thing. It's like joy, 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 love, the power of joy. And then we run right into facing your fears. It's as if with joy comes fear. The fear of it not working out, or the fear of opening your heart at the risk of having it crushed, possibly again, kind of thing. And so they're saying, your opportunity to improve your plans and to make sure that, you do have blessed new beginnings. Listen to your intuition And also listen to spirits and guidance. And this says, listen to the guidance that you get as well, which is what that one says too. Face your fears and grow stronger. So recognize that anything from the past or anything that can bring joy can bring up fears. And you're just going to face those fears and keep going anyway. One of the fears that some of you may have is that there's not enough. And so the koi fish comes in to say, no, there is always enough. So this may be a fear that's common to, it is common for a lot of us, but it may be a common fear that pops up for some of you, is that there's not enough. In other words, in order for you to have a great career and lovers and friends and everything wonderful, yes, it is possible. There is enough to go around. You are enough. You are good enough. There is enough, for you to make $1 million a year and for everybody else to make $1 million a year. There's enough. There is enough to go around. And so the koi fish is saying it's okay. And then the other one that might give you a hard time a little bit, as all of this great stuff can be coming to you. You want to get into a place where you can allow it and embrace it and really experience this joy, right? So knowing that there's enough, facing your fears, and accepting things. Acceptance is coming up. See yourself and others through the eyes of the angels with unconditional love and acceptance. In this way, you inspire and lift everyone to their highest potential. So accepting situations the way they are, accepting situations the way they were. This is coming up underneath the lovers too. So it might be past lives or past relationships might pop up. Fear that the same thing could happen again, or just fears, facing fears around pretty much every area of your life. Could be a career that you tried before and it didn't work, and this one looks like it's going to work, and so it taps right into that fear that maybe it won't. Well, maybe it will. So accepting that in the past, maybe it didn't work, lovers, relationships, friends, maybe they didn't work, but you learned something, right? You learned something. So now you can go forward. Bring a gentle touch is talking about being patient and gentle with yourself. Isn't this interesting though? Coming right with all this wonderful stuff that could come, that really wants to come, that really feels like it will be coming. It's almost like, Gemini, all this great stuff is going to come. And it's going to push on your fear buttons. It's going to push the buttons that say there's not enough. So it's giving you an opportunity to face your fears and to accept that, yes, there is enough. To accept people for who they are. Accept previous experiences that maybe didn't work. Acceptance and learn from them so that you can move on. Being gentle with yourself, not beating yourself up over the past, not beating yourself up over any fears of the future. Being gentle with yourself, loving and kind to yourself. And one way to do that is to just take some time out to play. So these two are coming up. They kind of want to go at the same time. She wants to come up right with this one. Take some time out. Take time out. With a bear spirit. Bear spirit is very grounded. I don't know if you've ever seen a bear. Have you ever seen a bear? They are just so, what's the word? I mean, if you run into a bear and they see you, they'll just kind of look at you like, okay. That one time I saw a bear, he just looked at me like he wasn't scared. There was no fear whatsoever from the bear. Grounded. He just looked at me for a second and then just kept doing what he was doing. I don't know. I don't remember. I think I was camping and he was going through a trash can. And I just came up on him, saw him from maybe 20 feet away. And he just looked at me, and then he just went back to the trash can. Like, he just had no thought to what I was doing. He just went right back to what he was doing. And so they wanted me to share that story. It's just like, the bear is just very, very grounded, no fears, right? So take some time out and kind of embody that. Just have fun. So then she wanted to come right up in here and say, just play. That childlike playfulness of life. And this one is coming up right underneath this one, right? The power of joy. Do you remember that when you were a kid? There were no fears, no fears. Hopefully, as a kid, just playing. The power of joy. Allow yourself to play. It's time to set aside work for a while. So in between, while you're making these decisions maybe about work, decisions going on in your relationships, take some time out to face fears, and also to play. Don't worry about anything. We will oversee your responsibilities to their completion. Playfulness, gaiety, laughter will lift your energy so that you'll return to work with a renewed perspective and heightened energy. This is what May feels like for you. And so, ironic and how perfect, again, that Spirit would have me put these in this order, right? That you have joy, new beginnings, friends, lovers, career, knowing your purpose, finding your purpose, prosperity, trustworthiness, trusting guidance, solutions, right? All this wonderful stuff that leads to fears and facing fears. And when that happens, make sure to take some time to be gentle with yourself. Take some time out to play. Playfulness will help with this renewed perspective and heightened energy right back to the joy that is there for you in May. Does that make sense, Gemini? This is fantastic for you guys. So when you run into the fears, just be gentle, take some time to play, and then go for it. And then just go for it. So if you meet a new love and there's fear around that, face your fears and go for it. Spirit has your back. Life has your back. It's time for you to sing your own song. You're going to know what that is. So go for it. It's okay. It's all going to be okay. As you're looking at your career and you make a choice about your career, if any fears come up about that, listen to your intuition, play, and go for it. So it's like everything that comes up, in the end, your final card is to just go for it. You got a great, great month ahead. And any fears that do come up, they feel really light. You feel like there's an airplane. That's very loud, sorry. Sorry about that. As the fears come up, they do feel, they feel very, very light. Like you'll be able to turn it around. The energy is so good that any fears that might come up, it feels like with just a little bit of kindness to yourself and taking some deliberate time to play, it feels like you're going to have the clarity and the ability to quickly just kind of go through that and go for it. Go for the joy. It's time for you to sing your own song. You're going to have clarity about that. Just go for it. It's time. It's really a great month for you guys. Enjoy it. Let me know how it goes. Have a wonderful month. I love you guys. Have fun. Thank you for the reading.